Hello, on Furbens stream again. This is something new, definitely. NieR Automata. I'm not even sure if I am pronouncing it right, but NieR, I don't even know. I've heard it mostly where people were pronouncing it NieR, so I'll try to go with this, but I don't even know how is it going to, how is it supposed to be pronounced. Maybe in the game itself will be having an answer to this question. However, welcome and hello on Furbens stream today on Sunday. We will be doing something new. As you can see, we have finished Final Fantasy, we have finished Kingdom Hearts series, and we have another Square product, or it's not like it's entirely Square developed game. But this is like probably Square Enix is just a publisher of this game, and NieR is actually developed by Platinum Games, which is responsible for Metal Gear Rising. Pretty solid game, if you ask me, gameplay-wise, of course, since the story is like totally non-canon to Metal Gear series and it's kind of trash, but the game itself was fun to play. I was playing Metal Gear Rising and I liked it, so this is a good recommendation, right? So the main thing we need to talk about before we start is that this is the PC version. So apparently there are some issues with this. I've had some reviews and some other people's opinions that this PC port is not perfect. It has many simple issues like low performance or crashes or textures being not transferred well. So I'm actually curious how it's going to look like, but overall the reviews were pretty good, so I guess that it should be playable. One more thing about this PC version is that my setup actually does not meet the recommended setups. So it's like my GPU is a little bit one tier below, but it shouldn't be a big problem, I believe. So we shall check this out. And as for the low quality of this port, there are some attempts of players to fix the game, since this is as far as I heard the biggest problem with this PC port, that Platinum Games is not very eager to fix this, and people are crying for many months since the release, and there is still no major patch for this. So this is actually something to we have to take this into an account, that there might be some real problems. I'm not sure what kind of problems we may encounter, but I'm just letting you know that this might be not perfect, and people are creating mods for this game to improve its performance. And thanks to 1000 Years Soul, we have installed these mods here on my PC. So we might avoid this. There were, as far as I heard, there are even some issues with cutscenes being played with some desynchronization and some low performance of cutscenes. So this is crucial. This is pretty big. However, this is all about the PC version. As for the game itself, I'm looking forward to this. This is action-packed game, action RPG, so something similar like Kingdom Hearts. Definitely Japanese vibe is going to be present here. Strong Japanese vibes. And as for the background of this game, I know that there was it's the sequel to the original NieR game released in 2010, and it was released in two versions on two different regions. It's like one version was for the Japanese region, and the second one was for the rest of the world. And they even had the main character changed for that reason. So in the American version, you get to play with this bulky Gears of War type character, and for the rest of the world, for the Japanese version, you get to play with this teenage-looking boy, and yeah, they are aware of what people expect from action games in what regions, right? So, but it didn't help really much, and the game was not as big success as this one. So it turns out that you need actually a woman protagonist after all. And yeah, this is like the strong point of this game is, as far as I know, the protagonist, interesting character. But as for the game, I heard that I did a little research in terms of the background of this game, of the story background, and it appears that this is a sequel of a side story of some another series. So the original series is Drakengard or Darkengard. I'm not even sure how is it pronounced. And these were some RPG games, Japanese games on PS2, pretty successful ones, but it appears that the story there is so complex that they needed this NieR spin-off, and now we have its sequel. So you may think that we are going to miss out a lot of story points, but actually this is quite enjoyable, even though we don't know these previous games, and it's cool. I heard there are many endings, so this is also something worth mentioning. So apparently we don't need to get familiar with these previous games. It would be cool to know them, but there is no such need for this. So the story should be enjoyable without knowing these previous games. However, there's something else I had in mind while talking about story plot of this game. I forgot. Come on, there's tons of information about this game. So the main thing I need to address before we dive into it is that this is the first stream which I'll be doing completely blind. So this is complete blind playthrough. This is something that we haven't done before on the Furbens stream, and we get to get familiar with this game. And I know nothing about this game. I know completely nothing. So this is exciting for me, since as for Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy X, I knew everything about these games as gameplay and story wise. No gameplay, let's say that most of the mechanics, but as for this, I know complete nothing. All I know about this game is that it's very enjoyable. It's looking cool. It has awesome art style, which I very admire. It has a pretty cool main character, and that's it. And it's created by Platinum Games, so we get to see some good stuff, I believe. So we are going to test this now, because I haven't even launched this game yet. It's installed, but I haven't launched it yet. So I'll be making all this setting up on OBS, so I apologize for this, but I didn't want to spoil myself with some intro or something. I wanted to see this intro on the stream for the first time, so you need to give me some time to get this done. And as for the lighting, you can see that I'm actually using the regular lamp here, so I don't have this cool lightnings from my sister. She took it to her photo shoot today, so we need to stay with this one. Unfortunately, this is not going to be happening so often, so unfortunately we have to stay with the lower quality of lighting today. Okay, is there anything else I should mention? If I just recalled what I wanted to talk about the story. All about these previous games. It's like, imagine that you are playing Kingdom Hearts. The first game you're playing in Kingdom Hearts series would be Birth by Sleep. This is the prequel released after releasing 4 different titles in the series. And you know nothing about anything. This story makes no sense. So I guess that you could say that playing just NieR Automata without getting to know all these previous games would be a similar experience. However, the authors claim that it shouldn't be any problem. So we shall find out. Okay, so without any further introductions, let's try to make this work. So now I'll be launching it. You may expect this to be very loud, since almost everything launched for the first time on my PC is pretty much super loud, and I need to tune it down. So be careful. And yes, we are going to check out if my PC is even able is my PC even able to maintain this game. Okay, so actually you can see it right now. This is the first launch. First launch. I haven't launched it before, even to check out the settings. Okay, so nothing's happening yet, but I guess that this will soon change. Oh, I heard there are some problems with textures, with resolutions. Apparently, they didn't even they didn't ported these resolutions well, and sometimes it's like the game wants to use PS4 resolutions, even though your screen may not support them. So. Okay, so I launched the game and nothing happens. What the fuck? So here's the first obstacle we need to avoid. Why is my game not launching? Could you explain this to me? I need to check out if there's any process. So yeah, you may say the PC master race, but when it comes to the stability of the games, I definitely prefer the way the console games handle this. Okay, so I'm looking at the... Oh, okay, so this is like the very long boot up. And it's starting in some kind of... windowed mode? And there's no sound? What the hell? Okay, there is sound, so I can actually now tune this down. Let me know if the sound is okay. Okay, I pressed the button on my mouse and let me check this out. I need to... Okay, so I can apparently Alt-Enter and we go to the full screen. However, okay, I'll be having some issues with setup, definitely. So you need to give me some time to deal with this. But yeah, that's definitely something crazy going on here. Okay, I can do something with the keyboard. However, my controller seems to not work here. And okay, so the first thing, screen resolution, full screen. Yeah, I want windowed mode. Select monitor, VSync, custom. Okay, there are some graphics settings. Resolution. There are many resolutions. Let's stay with this default one. Okay, what about I go full screen right now? I go full screen and it looks good. But why is my controller not working? So I heard there are some issues with controllers, but is it really not working with PS4 controller? So do they really want me to play this on keyboard? This is going to be a disaster if you ask me. Action game on keyboard? No thanks. Okay, and I have this problem that I want this borderless windowed mode. But apparently I am unable to. Okay, I have other idea. I might want to change the resolution here to some bigger. Okay, so now I have something I wanted to. In most of these new PC games, I need windowed mode in order to have my on top replica on the top, so I can read the chat. However, okay, this is the only problem yet. We have still some other issues. Okay, so the main issue now would be to select a proper controller for the game. So game, difficulty. I cannot do anything yet here. Partner NPC combat. Okay, so let me just turn it on the screen. So give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, here we go. But I need to scale it down a bit. Okay, so I guess that this should be fine. Okay, so and I move chat a bit. Okay, so we are almost there. The one last thing I want to deal with is to make my controller work here. How do I do it? There are some screen modes, as you can see. I hope. You can give me feedback on the performance. Is it even working? Can you see everything? Game. Language. Also, apparently we can select different voices. We can have Japanese voices with English text. So this is something I am. Considering. Keyboard layout QWERTY, but no, I'm not interested in this. So, aren't there any controller settings really? Do you really want me to play this on keyboard? Okay, looks like I need to do a little bigger research on this since other restore defaults, but you cannot even. Okay, so once again, settings here. And we have no controller options. So I'll try to reconnect my controller once again, but it's not working. So, okay, so you need to create a save in order to have all these options accessible. However, could you help me with the controller? What do I do? What do I do to have my PS4 controller working here? Is it even working? Do I have to play this on keyboard? So it's kind of funny that you... Okay, so I guess I'll have to create a save. Okay, so we're bound to see the opening of the game. Before we do this, I want to see what this license thing is. So I guess this is like all this lawsuits, threats. Okay, so I guess we have read them all. Okay, it looks cool if you ask me. This main menu. So what? Ah, okay. I remember now. So I guess that I need to enter this big mode, big picture mode of Steam. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for reminding me about this. So this sound is coming from big picture. Okay. So here is controllers. Obsługa configure. Yeah. So I have this in Polish. So what is turn off time controller time? It's like controller will be turned off after 15 minutes. I say that to never. Okay. Identify. Okay, it appears that I have. Okay, so I hope that we are bound to. Okay, but how do I exit this big picture mode? Okay, I apologize, of course, for these setting ups, but yeah, this is why this definitely not well prepared port from consoles. Okay, so now I have checked PS4 configuration. Never turns off my controller, and here's you need to somehow. Oh my god, what is this? I haven't seen these options before. Okay, so now I bound to identify my controller. Okay, and somehow it's working, so here's the... Okay, I need to turn this off now. Yeah, okay, so here we are. I have full access to my controller, and I guess we are good to go. As for the graphic settings, we will change them during the gameplay. Oh, actually we can do it here, so graphics. Okay, so let's start with medium, and then we'll check them out during the gameplay, because as I told you before, I'm not even sure if my PC is capable of having this game being run in high settings. Okay, so this game does not support autosave. Okay, play the game to find out how to save. Okay, so I guess that there is going to be some innovative way of saving. So maybe something like these ink tapes in these machine tapes in Resident Evil games. Okay, so we have 3 slots here. It's like the first one, create save data. Oh, so username, is it important? Is it going to reflect the story? Enter a name to use for online functions. Okay, so we'll go with Furbens. But why can I? What the hell? How do I do this with my controller? Yeah, definitely there are some issues with controllers here. Okay, so difficulty select. This is something. Oh, this is something big in this this kind of games. This is this genre You may call it hack and slash, but it's not like the hack and slash like in Diablo games. This is more like the slasher games like Devil May Cry, God of War, or some other Bayonetta. And these games developed by Japanese companies tend to be very hard. So I am considering going normal for the first time and then go hard, but okay, so there are some descriptions. Easy, enemies are weak and you can equip auto chips. We don't know what is this. The standard most enjoyable difficulty, probably. Hard, battles are tougher and you can't use lock on. You can't use lock on and you will die in one hit. Okay, so these descriptions are definitely reflecting what I was telling a few seconds ago. I used to play Devil May Cry on some high difficulties and I couldn't finish like second stage or third stage. They were so difficult games, so I guess that going normal will be more than enough. This is not Kingdom Hearts, we don't need to go critical to have the challenge, I believe. So first time we go normal. I guess that I'll be playing this more than once because as I told you before, there are many endings. Okay, controls. So let's look at these controls. Do we have any spoilers here? Lock on, prod program, fire, evade, heavy attack, light attack, action, jump. So this is self-explanatory. Self-destruct. Why would I want to self-destruct myself? Okay, so language. For the first time we'll go with English. However, I guess this will be this can be changed in pretty much every moment of the game. So we'll be checking out how Japanese voice acting sounds. So second playthrough is incorporated in the game. Recommend Japanese voice, so we'll find it out for ourselves. A game, difficulty normal, partner NPC combat style. No idea. Minimap rotation. Vibration, inactive play. Set control behavior when the game is not in the active window. So if I am to like alt tab this will probably go idle or pause the game. I'm not sure. Camera. Oh my god, so many camera options. So let's go with the defaults. Screen. We'll check this out later. Sound. Music, sound effects, voice volume, everything to the maximum order. Restore defaults. Okay, so we have our settings prepared, controls, we have seen them already, so let's get started with it. I am pretty much excited. This is something new on Furbens stream, and I wanted to play this for many months.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse?
Already some
kind of
Final
punishment?
Fantasy X themes. Was it paused? I haven't done anything. The hell? What's happening? Okay, my
I often
controller
think about the
disconnected.
God who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
I haven't pressed anything, it's like my controller probably disconnected. Okay, so far it looks good.
This is Command. Your House Squadron, come in. 2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board. This is Operator 60.
Okay,
All
we have
units confirmed. We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding towards
some
the target.
squadron.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can. Understood.
Okay, so it's actually one down.
12H down. All
12H.
units activate manual mode and rely
All
on
of these
visuals to evade.
cyborgs are named like 2B, 9S, 3C, C4. Okay, so the very first sequence of the game is like this flying.
11B down.
There's that genre of the game, of the Japanese games, when you have to fly with this ship and avoid millions of bullets. So I guess we'll be having this
Enemy unit sighted ahead.
many genres here.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
These voices are actually sounds pretty childish-like.
Down.
Okay, we have these evade buttons, but well, this game has something in common with Kingdom Hearts. We also had these gummy ship battles, and looks like this is their idea for gummy ships.
Assuming captain's duties.
Well, they are kinda emotionless when it comes to losing their teammates. Heavy attack. Okay, so our ship is able to do this melee attack. Well, this looks cool, interesting,
Multiple surrounding
but
enemies
this
are-
perspective showing only the
Permission to assume
water
mobile
is like,
configuration.
Permission
why won't you
granted.
show us something else? Okay, we have this different angle now. Wow, Transformers style. Okay, with the right stick we can select the direction. Wow, we can do so many things here with this boat. So well, these cyborgs are pretty well equipped, if you ask me. And this looks good.
Captain,
So we'll definitely try to go with high details. We'll check out if we have any performance issues here.
2B to operator 6-0. All allied.
Well, when it comes to the entire art style, these designs, well, they look astonishing, really.
Down. The operation is compromised.
This is some kind of an post-apocalyptic scenario.
we need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
Wow. Okay, this looks cool. I already like it. So this is definitely gummy ship. X-Wing. Wow. Really, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts right now. I'm playing the gummy ships. Wow, you know, this is totally the same idea to have these multiple angles. They were definitely inspired by these gummy ships and all these games with these flying ships. In Japan, this is like one of the most popular genres. Wow. Okay, this looks cool. We have also this melee attack. So you can even have something for Transformers fans. And we are gaining experience, so our attacks are now stronger. Wow, this is awesome, really. I like this game already. So here we have this drone-like thing. And I like this minimalistic UI with no redundant choices, design choices. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Wow. That's an entrance.
Activating short-range attack gear.
Yeah, you always have to do this
Large enemy group detected.
when you enter the venue. Okay, so here we have our main protagonist 2B, and let's learn something about this game. So apparently we are invincible, of course. Okay, so we need to get to learn these controls. We have this little bot to help us out. Okay, so that part was pretty good when it comes to graphics, but here we have some. Well, I'm not very satisfied, 100%, but I am kind of perfectionist when it comes to the performance. But it's definitely playable, so I guess we'll after all stay with these medium settings. Well, after all, my PC is not the strongest one. I have no 1060 Nvidia's GPUs. Okay, we are collecting some G's, wherever these G's are. Probably they're kind of money or something. We'll probably be using them to update our accessory. Okay, so 2B is using two swords, almost like Geralt, and also we can shoot them down. And yes, for the cutscenes, they look weird. So the quality of cutscenes are pretty much.
Is that our target?
Negative. This enemy is unrelated.
There's lot to whine about. Okay, do we really have to fight this? Oh my god, I'm almost dead. So how do I recover health in this game? So let's just shoot this down. Wow. Apparently she has some OP weapons which are cutting through the steel like there's nothing.
Laser communications recovered.
Well, it's like no one is forbidding you from shooting while attacking with your swords.
Program download complete.
And we have probably unlimited ammo for this one. Okay, pod program. So this is like some kind of special attack for this little bot here. Okay, is this a crash?